We're back, everyone. This is episode 6 of Game Informer Super Replay, a Soul Blazer, brought to you by Netflix. Gold gummy bears.
That would be hilarious.
Delicious Arby's.
Hulu, Arby's.
Haribo
Beef and
gummy
cheddar.
bears.
Yeah, Haribo coffee.
Same cast as the last cast, right?
Yeah, I'm Andy Reiner. We got Jeff Cork here.
Jeffy Cork.
Tim Turi.
Hi.
And Dan Tack, who almost started another Indiana Jones argument before this episode started.
It's a very serious issue that I think needs to be discussed.
And brought to you by Indiana Jones and Steven Spielberg.
Speaking of, and don't forget Outback Steakhouse. And speaking of Indiana Jones, did you know that Indiana Jones fights Germans a lot, and that also the Haribo gummy bears were they're made in Germany, and then also that we went to Gamescom
In Germany.
And you know what they put on the pillows instead of chocolate mints every day?
Wait.
You're right. It's the Holy Grail. They put the Ark of the Covenant on
Don't
Ben
open
Reed's-
it. There's not gummy bears
I
in
thought
there.
it was a personal hygiene package, and it really did exfoliate my face.
But they put gummies.
They put little packages of Haribo gummy bears on my pillow. Do you know how many times I'd pass like a room service cart or like a like the maid cart or whatever with all the cleaning stuff on it? They just had buckets and buckets of Haribo gummy bears.
Are you saying you stole some gummy bears
we,
off a maid cart?
Well,
Contraband
we paid,
gummy bears.
We paid for the hotel room. I mean, they didn't say there wasn't a sign that said "Don't take these."
So if there's not a sign that says don't take these, it's essentially saying do take these?
Right. I mean,
Well,
there's
how
no
many-
sign like that in the vaults. So
Hold on. How many gummies do you get in one of those packs?
maybe like 7 or 8 if you're
Oh,
lucky.
that's plenty, dude.
For an adult male in the morning for breakfast, or what are we talking about here?
Well, it would be at night, right?
You know, I made it right by going to
Right? I mean, right.
You made it right.
I made it right at night when I went to go buy. I bought a bunch of Haribo gummy bear packages before I left Germany because I was like under the impression I don't see these a lot in America.
Take a big sweaty handful and put it back in the maid bucket.
But we're
He did.
good.
Yes.
But the hotel's still out money.
Oh,
Well,
no.
not really. I mean, I didn't steal that many. I don't know.
It was, he didn't
you got to
steal
pay
them.
it forward or
He
whatever.
was just borrowing
What is
them.
that? Pay it forward?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
have you guys ever taken toiletries
No.
at a hotel? Like,
I've used them.
It's the toiletries is a little bit different because you are allotted that. Like, if you only use half the tube of shampoo, they're not going to give it to the next
consider
guy.
gummy bears a toiletry, I guess.
By the way, Dan Tack's backtracking a lot.
I am. We are going back and killing all those really annoying metal monsters that.
Oh, that's right. You talked about them. Now that we have the Zentetsu sword,
finally getting revenge on all these
Does it-
stupid things.
how sweet is it?
It's great to be able to destroy them, and we actually have to do it, I think, to get some of the special items that the king was talking about in the last episode.
Well, good.
Yeah,
I'm happy that you're finally able to get revenge on those little jerks.
they deserve it.
Oh, Butts released an Ivy.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I think there's
That
some
happens
really
sometimes,
good stuff
guys.
out there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You eat a lot of salad like Tim Turi.
Well, that's right. Green
Get-
poops.
You get the ivy.
That reminds me of one time when Dan Reichert was still here. So I went to the bathroom, right? And this is
gonna
as
be good.
many
We
great
wanna know
stories
this.
begin. I mean, I think everyone's been there at some point in their life, and it's like, well, you know, like that poop was a little green. It was a little green. And I think enough time has passed in between some of those instances in my life where I'm like, oh, why is that again? And now I'm at a point in my life where I have a computer in my hand when I'm going to the bathroom, and I can look it up. And I looked it up
You
on
did
my
not. Hold on. How does this tie in with Dan?
wait for
You'll
it.
see.
So I actually went back to like my work computer or whatever and punched in like green bowel movement. Is exactly because if you type in bowel movement, then you're gonna get more clinical reactions or like search results and stuff. And so I look it up. I can't remember what the thing is. It might be like dehydration or something with your liver or nothing. I don't know. I'm still alive, so it's okay. But Dan was probably going over to my computer to type in like
Change your desktop wallpaper.
change my desktop to some old wrestler or who's the guy that was always on Conan and then it was on a piece of toast for some reason. Some old guy. I don't remember. He
Jesus?
played Uncle Leo, I think. Anyway, so Dan would just change my background, and when he went to go punch in whatever image he was looking for, he found green bowel movement, but it had auto-completed the first time I looked for it before I could help it while pregnant. And so what popped up was that one of my recent searches was green bowel movement while pregnant. And so Dan decides, this was early on before we had taught Dan some of his boundaries that he continually liked to push against, that he probably shouldn't have immediately tweeted that.
Oh my God.
Saying, like, looked at Tim Turi's search history and found this. And I politely, after some immediate dismay, and that cold thing that happens to you when you see some stupid crap like that happen in your life, politely asked him to take it down, and then years later would tell the story anyway.
Without any kind of provocation.
Yeah.
Because wasn't there something green on the screen? Is that why you decided to tell the story? Oh, no, it was Dan, or Reiner was talking about green poops. With the ivy.
We are now talking about green poop.
Yeah, he was talking about vegetable poops. That was the provocation. Thank you for...
I was actually just talking about ivy coming out of your butt.
Yeah.
Right.
Which has not happened yet.
That's not normal. We
I
have
wonder
not
what
searched for that.
With the search
You get like a
results
spore or something, and then that happens.
It's probably Sonic fan art would come up. If
That's, oh yeah.
Oh, the fire temple.
Or
Yeah.
probably Batman fan art.
We're trying to get back there. I don't know if this is the right way, actually.
So anyway.
Wherever the scorpions, the metal scorpions,
Yeah.
if you remember that.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're
We're
going.
going to get some revenge on those guys.
What?
They were bastards.
This is a cool song.
Yeah, I'm
you
telling you,
missed
the
out,
soundtrack
Cork.
was just
Throwback.
amazing. Yeah.
Anyway, my poop hasn't been green for a long time, so
Glad you're
Yeah,
healthy.
thanks.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Like, I think when you drink like grape soda or something, that it happens as well.
Let me look it up.
Here we go again.
pregnant.
While pregnant.
Zentetsu is oh wait. The truth about poop. Understanding stool color, shape,
Oh wow.
WebMD.
Well, WebMD just says you're gonna die, so that doesn't gonna help us much.
Yeah,
The scoop on poop. Okay.
love it.
Wow.
Nice. You did it.
Yeah, we got this. Whatever this is.
Please take this butts received EXP.
Just EXP, man. That is. That's
Good
kind of
luck.
lame. Oh, why did I go back? Oh, I didn't want to go back. Oh, whatever. We can warp right there using the.
You're totally right, Dan. Like they
What?
totally go for just like the worst possible outcome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. WebMD.
If stool is black, it can mean you are bleeding internally,
dead.
possibly, and as a result of an ulcer or cancer.
Like WebMD is like the scariest thing ever. It's just like don't read it because it's like the end result is you're dead every time. It's just like
I have
wow.
a hangnail.
Yeah, it's like I'm not feeling great. Oh, you're gonna die.
Brain
That's-
tumor, you're dead.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an oversecretion of bile from the liver. I was right.
Too many humors.
Now the humors. Yeah.
It's not the humor. Sorry about that.
Glad your liver's doing well, dude.
Thanks, man.
That's a good thing.
Maybe I was drinking a lot or something. I don't know. Well, anyway.
Loving that song.
Uplifting music about Tim's liver.
Yeah, we're glad that Tim's liver is in good shape.
Oh, remember when you fought that boss? Did you fight a boss there?
Yeah, we
No, it
did.
was either rat.
There was some statue things. I'm just trying to figure out if there were any other scorpion areas than the ones we just killed. Yeah, oh yeah, there's ones. Okay, that answers that question.
So we don't want to see them right now.
We want to go find these scorpions. There we go.
Yeah, kill it.
We got him.
Nice. Were there metal enemies that you couldn't beat in every single level? And that's...
I think 3. Yeah, all 3 of them.
Yes.
Because there's the ones in the water too.
Yeah, the metal guys, the metal apes.
What an odd choice.
Metal apes.
Yeah.
Well,
the-
water
yeah.
We got a Strider situation on our hands.
yeah.
I think it must have been really cool to see in the arcade for the first time.
The metal ape.
Yeah.
I miss arcades.
Did you guys beat the new Strider?
No.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, we had a long talk about the elevator, remember?
A little bit, yeah.
Last level has a awful elevator ride where enemies are jumping in.
Oh, it's
and-
like a bad guy waterfall.
Yeah,
Those
it's
are
not
the
good.
worst.
The escalation of difficulty wasn't great there.
Yeah. But the last boss was you could just cheese it.
Also, I didn't find like going off the beaten path to be that rewarding in that game.
No. It was kind of confusing.
And then with that, I did end up getting a lot of health upgrades. So then, a difficulty spike like that elevator ended up being really rough. But the core gameplay, I
Loved
thought
it.
really good.
I really enjoyed the game.
It was like Shadow Complex, like Shades of Shadow Complex and stuff.
I missed that series or that game.
So Ben Hansen
Series of one.
recently tried to go. Speaking of like Castlevania style exploration,
That's-
he
I
went
wouldn't
back
even need that.
to go and honorably go back to Symphony of the Night. He's never really played that game.
Yes.
And so he's going to try it out. And he sat down with a friend, and I go climbing with with Ben's roommates, so I got some details. Apparently, they couldn't figure out how to hurt Dracula. The first thing that you do in Castlevania,
The opening sequence?
the opening sequence as Richter Belmont, they could not figure out how to hurt Dracula. They're just like hitting the whip at him, and they couldn't think to jump and hit his head at any point.
What?
And they had to die so that Maria, the little girl, comes in and gives you invulnerability or whatever, and you can like hurt him.
Yeah.
That's what had to happen. And then apparently Ben was flabbergasted by the UI change when you turn into Alucard, and just barely made it to the first save room.
What?
And was
That's
criticizing
a
it pretty
story.
heavily throughout.
Should we have him play it for
look at
Super
the
Replay?
XP.
I would love that, actually.
Oh, it was
We just rolled over.
5,935 or something.
That makes no sense.
yeah,
But so that was Hansen's attempt.
or 59,000. I'm really not great at numbers.
The tricky thing is, it's a 2D game, and there's only so many places to hit a guy.
Yeah.
Like,
How did you not think about a jump attack? That's like
no.
basic video
It's
game
like basic 101
Yeah.
of games in
Yeah.
that series.
But yeah, let's play it with Hansen.
Yeah, we'll have him play. And we will just criticize him the entire time.
Yeah, it'd be like a super you're doing it wrong.
Or we could do it as a second segment on replay, and it would be called re-education, and then you would teach someone what the hell they're doing in a game.
I like that
I
name
like
a
it.
lot.
All right.
I like it.
And it's just always about Hansen and telling him why he's wrong about
Let's call
everything.
it Damn It Hansen.
Also a good one.
All that for a bird.
Well, that bird's going to give you
Put
what you
a
need.
bird on it. Yeah, we're gonna go talk to that bird.
So that deer and that dog are in like locked in a big stare down. It appears.
Oh, you
Or
didn't get
down.
to see the birds and stuff, did you?
Oh yeah,
No.
these early levels.
Yeah,
What
you
wins
missed-
in a fight? A dog or a deer with antlers?
Oh, the deer with antlers.
Seriously?
It depends on like the like, are we talking about max aggression on either side?
yeah, like they
Yeah.
are just ready to
deer,
go.
That deer's gonna like immediately cause that dog like a serious puncture wound, and it's gonna be bleeding out.
But what if it misses and the dog gets an attack? I mean,
Into the neck, because that's the thing is the dog has to go after the
Ugh.
deer's neck, and then the deer could be just like flailing its antlers around, and also just the size differential. I don't know. Essentially, I feel like a deer would probably maim the hell out of a dog, just based on the average size of a deer versus the average size of a dog. I think that it's just even if you get a hoof in the head, So I don't know. That's basically where I'm coming from.
are they that powerful?
Hoof versus woof.
Yeah.
Hoof wins.
Hoof wins.
We should have a fighting game. Why is there a fighting game of animals? Where it's
Like
like
a
a,
Tokyo Jungle.
Yeah, Tokyo Jungle.
But that's
kind
like
of.
a.
well, no, I
adventure.
want like
But that was
Street
like
Fighter
humping and
2.
fighting.
Yeah.
I want like a penguin versus a bear, and like figure it out, guys. And
Hey, what's that show everybody watches, the Twitch kind of thing, where it's just random fights going on with different characters from different games, and there's like a killer whale and
Salty Bets.
salty
Killer
bets.
whale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the?
It's
What are you talking
it's
about?
that Mugen
Yeah.
fighting game.
Yeah.
People place bets on it. You get money. You get a currency.
This isn't the place, right?
So where are we trying to track down?
I'm trying
right
to
now?
head to
Here you go.
the island that had the apes that we couldn't kill.
Right, because this was kind of like the hub world for it, right?
Yeah.
I think was it upper right?
That
With
was the
that-
last one he unlocked, right?
The fish tombstone. Oh, okay.
Or the second to last one he unlocked, because Corks was the one.
Is this
Yep.
Bluster?
I don't think we have to go back to Bluster. I think we have to go to Durian. So, because Bluster, the ones in Bluster, we killed with the Thunder Amulet, so that we were able to take care of them.
This shit's nerdy.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this isn't the way.
What is the best game where you transform into another thing?
Best game where you transform into another thing.
Altered Beast.
No, that's,
That game is actually kind of garbage, but I love it.
Yeah.
I really do love it.
Tim, you summed it up perfectly.
Yeah.
Transformations. I'm trying to think of.
Young Link and Link. Does that count as a transformation?
Nah, that's
it's a pretty
that's
conservative.
maturing.
We're not
Yeah.
counting that.
Because I
I'm talking
transformed
like
fully.
Kid Chameleon. I'm talking about Kirby, Yoshi's Story.
Wonder Boy and Monsterland, you transform into a whole bunch of different.
That's a good point.
There's some more modern ones that have happened recently.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, even Symphony of the Night, we mentioned that before.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a modern game.
Yeah, it's modern-ish. Well, I mean, like, modern games, that's also an interesting one. Like, where's the line? Is it just the last gen and this gen, or are 360 games now still considered modern? Or is now anything GameCube, PS2, and Xbox and beyond, is that classic games? Or, because eventually classic and modern isn't going to be enough.
I think PS1 you'd consider classic at this point, and 64.
I think you're right. But maybe not PS2?
Yeah, it's on the bubble.
Because there was a huge change in game design with like 3D game design, and the DNA of like the 3D game design in the PS2 era is still in like a game like Sonic Boom, which came out and is called a modern game, is just essentially like, it's just, that game could have come out on PS2 in some form. Or frickin' Escape at Island. I know I keep coming back to those, but they have such awful like PS2.
I feel so bad for you, Tim.
It's okay. It's all right. I think I got some good. Maybe there might be some good reviews in the horizon. I'm excited about. So.
Probably not.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess you'd know. But yeah, I don't know about the transformation thing. My gut is probably Symphony.
I was gonna bring up, does this count God of War when you turn into the giant version of Kratos?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Is that a transformation or is that just growing?
I guess I just like it when you turn into a completely different thing.
Yeah.
How about in
I got a good one.
Skyrim when you turn
I was going to do that, into the werewolf.
Oh, yeah. Was that pretty satisfying?
It wasn't great, but it was okay.
It was all
Cool.
right.
Just transformation.
Cool in concept.
You
Yeah.
can become a vampire too, but that's I don't know if I count that either.
Yeah. I guess Mario doesn't count because he just. I guess they technically call them transformations.
Do we count that? Like,
What about Transformers?
Because you'd. Well, yeah, pretty. Those are pretty cool.
Turn into a jet's pretty badass.
Wait, isn't Nintendo like really prickly about like it's not a cat suit, it's a cat transformation.
Yeah,
so
it's quite literally.
yeah,
transforming.
I guess if you want to get technical about it and bow to their particular like vocabulary,
I
then
bet what
it's-
happened there with that is that Bill Trinan was like, okay, guys, if you say that Mario puts on a cat suit,
It's a skin-
got connotations like it's like Eartha Kitt's outfit on the old Batman show. It's very,
I was
All right, we
thinking
got the rat
you're gonna
stick.
think that they skinned a cat and
no,
that,
us.
Wait, what happened, Tack?
We just got one of the 3 items we need to make the Phoenix.
Can we just turn the TV off?
We did.
It's super distracting. I'm trying to talk about Eartha
It really
Kitt.
is.
Earthworm Kit.
Did we talk about Animorphs yet? I mean,
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm talking about UN Squadron.
that game's
Okay,
garbage though.
Mike?
I think Hansen would advocate for it.
I don't.
Yeah, it's
Even that
Anthony.
dark bastard wouldn't be able to dark horse that. Wick. What is going on with that wick?
How about when Sweet Tooth turns into a robot Sweet Tooth?
Oh, hold on a second.
That was pretty cool.
Hold on, go look at that cat. I
Yeah.
thought it was a candle on a stand, and
Did
the
ya?
wick was going crazy.
he's
Oh.
like the guy from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
Just,
yes.
like very happy.
What's his name again? Something is Pierre, or he was like he's the French guy, right?
Lumiere.
Lumiere.
Yeah.
That's a good name for a sentient
It really
candelabra.
is.
By the
And
way,
then
that
good old
doesn't-
clock face.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Tails don't move like that. It doesn't look like a tail at all.
No.
It totally looks like a tail. That's totally a
It
cat.
looks,
It's totally a cat.
looks rubbery.
Anyway, I'm still not super satisfied with the transformation thing.
We got to figure out a good one.
Let's see.
There's definitely a good one.
Well,
somewhere.
Wario in Smash, he turns into Super Wario or whatever you call
Yeah,
it.
that's like a different version of himself, kind of. I feel like I guess that does count, you know,
Tim, what about Steve in Resident Evil Code Veronica?
when he turns into Mutant Steve.
Yeah.
Which,
Well,
I guess
another version.
this is a Code Veronica spoiler, so skip ahead a little bit if you don't want to hear this, but I learned that you can actually attack him and stagger him a little bit to get some distance when he turns into a crazy mutant
So you don't have
Steve.
to eat damage.
You don't have to, but it's like health versus ammo. What's more important to you? Usually health, but so I could have handled that Steve transformation a little bit more elegantly. I know that for future playthroughs, so that's great.
Majora's Mask.
Oh, I
Turn
didn't
into
even think
a
of that.
Goron and-
Yeah.
Yeah, Majora's Mask is a really good one, actually, I think. Like, if you cut out... I'm really excited to see what they do with the 3DS one, because I do think that as much fun as I had with that game, I was glued to a walkthrough for all of Majora's Mask, because that game was so punishing if you didn't know where you were going, and I'm excited to see how they tweak that
But that's cool too, because like you're becoming different people almost.
Yeah. Well, and what else was cool is like you played Ocarina, and like all those characters were cool, except for maybe the Deku scrubs. And you got to finally control them all. It was a really cool idea.
To stay on that system, you got Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Or Banjo-Tooie as well.
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is a great one, actually. I would totally stand by that. I still need to play through Banjo-Tooie. When you can turn into like a T-Rex and stuff. Come on. Yeah, I think we got some good ones. I don't think there's a clear winner yet, but
No, yeah, I think, well, Majora's Mask is pretty iconic.
yeah, I think I could see that.
I'm going to go online and look.
List of games where you transform into things.
I wonder if I'll find anything.
Game Informer, top 10 list.
Yeah, we probably have one.
We do
If
a
not,
lot of those.
look for one coming later this year. I should just write that for a weird connection to this Super Replay.
Yeah. I mean, we're basically going over it now anyway.
Yeah, that's a clunky headline.
Top 10 video game transformations?
But what if you want to talk about top 10 video games where you transform into things? I just wrote that headline myself. There it is. It just rolls off the tongue.
I love it.
Go for it.
Do you have everything you need for this lab? Or you have 1 out of 3 red hot items?
Yes, but they are not using them. They're for completion of the game.
Okay.
Like, you can't hurt the end boss without Phoenix, I don't think.
Okay. Can you get to him without it? And hit like a point of no return?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, well, no, you can't get to a point of no return. You can
That's
always
good.
travel.
That's good.
But
There was a cat and a rat
Oh, boy.
in the same room.
I think something's going to happen there, Reiner. What do you think?
Didn't that cat say that they don't actually like to chase mice or something?
Yeah, did you see the size of that thing?
He said he had to eat, though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Advantage rat.
Oh, no. These things are super annoying.
I thought you entered like a ghost world for a second.
Oh, no, you have to chase it down?
Yeah, it's like unbelievable, right?
Yup.
And now it's gone. Like, it just, I don't even know where
You
it
got to
went.
keep up with it.
Those are super. I'm just going to eat damage on those from now on.
What's more frustrating in a game, to chase something or be chased?
Chasing something.
You think so?
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, one's definitely more stressful, right? Being chased, I think, is more stressful. When like,
Well, not being able to snag this one stupid... Yeah, see, like, that was really annoying. I had to go through the whole level.
yeah. So you have to go trigger it again. Oh, you got it.
I don't think that was the one, but we'll see.
See, a lot of the transformations I'm seeing online are of bosses, like from Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
But we're talking player control.
Player
yeah.
transformation, yeah.
That's what we're talking here.
That's what we're laying down.
Look who's talking.
I'm picking it up.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, Rosie O'Donnell, right? Or
Trilogy.
Roseanne?
Was it a trilogy?
Who is the lady when they Look Who's Talking 2?
Look who's still talking.
Isn't it? Look Who's Talking 2 is like TOO. That's the sequel,
Yeah.
right?
And look who's still talking. And then
The sequel is Die
who
Hard,
might talk
clearly.
Next.
God, Die Hard's the best Christmas movie.
It really is.
It goes Die Hard, Home Alone, and then what? Like
Jingle All the Way.
Way? Christmas Story. I'd put a Christmas Story. above
You know,
it.
number one is that Rudolph movie, though.
Well, I guess
That's a classic, though, yeah.
But
So
you know,
is Die Hard.
you don't want to watch that Christmas movie outside of Christmas season. Whereas Home Alone and Die Hard are both awesome Christmas
point,
movies.
fair point.
I'm just thinking versatility. I like that Rudolph movie great. Just great.
Let's see. Look who's talking. John Travolta,
Oh,
Christy Alley,
Yep.
Bruce Willis,
that's right. John Travolta was
George
the dad.
Segal,
Yeah, sure.
Twink Kaplan.
Why not?
Twink?
Twink, yeah.
Was that the baby?
No, some lady. Abe Vigoda.
That's the name of the guy at the toast that Dan would try to make my background. It was Abe Vigoda on toast.
What a weird dude.
I don't know. I can't believe that we closed that circle. That's blowing my mind. Anyway,
It's closed.
yeah,
His picture was black and white, and everybody else's was in color.
closed just like my Google search history.
Wow.
All right, now I'm finding funny cat pictures.
Yeah, that's what the internet's for.
Yeah, I don't know why they always pop up in Google search.
Because you search for funny cat
I
pictures.
search cats.
It's like rummaging through the garbage. Like you're gonna find coffee grounds and like PBR cans. It's just there's too many of them.
Yeah.
You can actually make a pretty nice coffee IPA out of both of those ingredients.
Coffee IPA, huh?
Well, have you ever had Surly's Coffee Bender?
I have not.
It's a coffee flavored beer by local Minnesota brewery Surly. Super tasty.
Brought to you by Surly's.
So as of this recording, it is December 3rd when we're recording this. Wednesday, December 3rd. Tomorrow, we're going to find out the cast and the name of the new James Bond movie.
Holy hell.
Oh, man. Finally.
Hey.
Who's it gonna
That's
be?
exciting for me.
Wait, we already know
I've been waiting for a long time.
James
to hear
Bond
this.
24.
Do we know who Bond is?
Yeah, it's still...
Craig?
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Okay.
That's
So
good.
He's
No,
in the cast.
That's going to be exciting. I want to see what that is. I
heard it
love
was
those
actually
movies.
Craig Ferguson.
No, it's Kilborn.
Craig Kilborn.
He's going to be the guy.
I know him from The Daily Show
No.
Craig
and Old School. Isn't he in Old School?
Well, sure.
I don't know. Well, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do. Because the last one, they went into his origin story to his... Not to spoil the movie,
Yeah.
but they actually kind of fleshed out his character.
Ooh, I think
You
this
mean
one's...
you mean Home Alone James Bond?
Hey, that was a good movie.
Overall I enjoyed it, but I thought that definitely
Home Alone James
that Home Alone
Bond.
sequence was kind of weak.
No,
I thought it was
brilliant.
badass.
Yeah.
It's got the old like double-barreled shotgun and stuff.
And what the bad guys were doing to that house? Holy hell.
yeah, that was
Holy hell.
Did they
that
not
was
take their
rad.
shoes off?
Yeah,
They didn't.
Reiner, since we're talking about like when we're recording this,
Yeah.
do you want to shed some light on to like the recording process of Soul Blazer?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Where do you want to start?
I don't know. How long ago it was March, right? That
This was the cursed replay.
It was in
April?
April because we were a little late on our showdown.
was the Super Replay Showdown where we decided, it wasn't decided. Dan decided by winning the showdown that we'd
Yep.
be playing this.
That we'd be playing.
And what did you
we
play?
championed Soul Blazer. We played a bunch of different
We
weird
played
games.
I know Dan shut me out of, I think I wanted to play Dino Crisis 2, and I lost that candidacy through a Bionic Commando rearmed multiplayer match.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
So
Yep.
after that, we decided we were going to do it as a live stream.
Yes.
And we were going to live stream it, and we're going to do it this summer right after E3. But that's when we learned that Jason A. Striker, our old video producer, was leaving. So we had to fill his position and had to scrap our plans to do the live stream.
We also learned that Dan Tack, we need a 7-second delay because of his temper and bad language.
That's right.
So we had to break space-time
Because he's a berserker.
to bring you Dan Tack,
Yeah.
who's raging right now, punching a brick wall.
That's absolutely what's going on right now.
Well, that's with the delay.
Exactly.
So then, where do we go, Tim?
I guess from there.
Oh, we tried.
Oh, I slipped brainwash serum into everyone's food so that I could record a ton of Resident Evil super replays, and that's
Yeah,
I just
so-
kind of took over.
We did start recording Soul Blazer. The first episode we recorded did not record.
Yeah, we had a hiccup with our tech.
And so we decided to scrap it to make it fresh again because we have really short-term memories here, being gamers and seeing all these games every day. And so we sat on it for a couple months and then came back to it. And, well, we were going to go back to it, but then Tim Turi set up a deal where we got another super replay of Res Evil where we had Brett Elston.
Yep.
Well, Brett Elston came out and was a part of our crew for that.
That was awesome.
And then here we are today,
Yeah.
I guess. But it's been a couple months
It
in
has.
between episodes sometimes.
It's been this lingering
Or a
thing
month.
where it's like Soul Blazer. We need to blaze those souls. It's time's getting away from us, and the end of the year super replay is catching up to us.
and that's our biggest one. That's the one, at least for me, I'm the most excited about
Alright.
every year.
It's because it's always a surprise.
And it's always a bad game
It
that
is.
Tim has to play.
Hey, I dig it. So that brings up to the present here.
Yes.
So we're caught up. Dan, what's going on? What did you just learn about Dr. Leo and stuff?
Daughter.
I have just acquired a door key,
Okay.
and it just showed Dr. Leo being taken away
Okay.
by the evil forces.
Why are you
What's going on
tremendous?
here?
Wow!
Speaking of transformations,
We are in a model town.
Oh. So
You're a big guy in a little.
this is
world.
like GTA 3 essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what happened? Like what did you talk about just then?
feelings.
Like I said, it showed Dr. Leo being taken away by the evil empire, basically forced to create the Doomsday Machine
Okay.
so that his daughter Lisa would survive.
Okay. Gotcha. Also, these guys that are attacking you do more damage than they probably would when you were on foot.
Yeah, they
They
do a
hit so
lot of
hard.
damage.
Like when you were
It's
normal
because I'm
size.
wearing the ice armor. That's why.
Did you change it to magic armor?
I just changed it.
Nice.
There was like hot stuff on the floor in that zone.
This is really clever for
guys-
back in the day.
These
I
guys
gotta
really
say.
hurt.
Well, I mean, like, if there's one thing I always got a kick of when I was playing like games like this, it was like as soon as you made me big in a small world or small in a big world, like Mario 3 or whatever, that was just like
They're my favorite things.
it's just so simple, but really, really effective.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of where you saw it get small like this, because obviously you see the detail is a little hard on those archers, and
Yeah.
but Mario 3 you made it bigger.
Yep.
Right.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Those rats are just
Yeah,
too big.
Just mice. Dr. Leo, for being a brilliant scientist, didn't have a great pad, man. He's got like rats and cats everywhere.
It just all fell to hell because he was too focused on his work.
That's probably true.
But when push came to shove, he cared about his family more.
It's true.
good
Except,
story.
I don't know. I mean, he did save his daughter, but he sold the world out. So I mean,
what cost? Yeah.
that's kind of a thing.
Have you guys played Last of Us?
Ooh. Yeah.
Spoilers.
That's a big spoiler. Not really.
No.
Maybe it is.
I think if you
Now you're confused about it. So
Yeah.
just quit thinking about it.
did you guys play Escape Dead Island?
I'm really looking forward to it.
We scarred Tim Turi
You
with
should
that
try it
game.
out.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I am legitimately going to play that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we talked about that. a
But
little bit.
I have to I think I kind of want to play Dragon Age a little bit before I jump into that.
Oh yeah, so just clean that up real quick,
Yeah.
and then hop over to
Set
Escape Dead
aside
Island.
like 2 afternoons.
Both have their share of bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Willing to say that. But one is a better game, and I'll let you decide.
I don't think it's going to be a close race between
Yeah.
those two.
We'll see. Depends on if you're riding a horse or not in that game.
That's true.
It's a pretty short Dragon Age horse.
Don't ride a horse in that game. It's so bad.
Save a cowboy. Ride a horse, save a cowboy. Is that it? Is that the dumb
I
song?
think you might have it mixed up.
Ride a horse, save a cowboy. Is that what you said?
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yeah.
That's the crux of the entire song.
That's that classic tune
Oh,
that we all know and love.
that was my school graduation.
Poker tournament, come on, yeah. That was your school graduation music?
Yeah.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy was? Are you serious?
No.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
That would be amazing.
As the slideshow
Completely
plays,
inappropriate. Like,
that would be amazing.
they start by playing Green Day, Time of Your Life, and then the record scratch sound plays, and then... I don't actually know how it goes.
it's just like that, probably.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty accurate, yeah.
Save a horse,
This is a weird level.
ride a cowboy.
Sounds like Ministry.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Butts released another giant mouse.
So many
We got
dribbles
some
falling
serious
on me.
mice in here.
No, doctor, I swear, I fell.
I fell on the mouse. Keep falling in all these mice.
Oh,
I wonder what the most embarrassing doctor's appointment will ever be for me.
For you?
Yeah. Maybe I've already had it and I just don't remember it.
why don't you walk through some of them? The embarrassing ones.
yeah, the good ones.
I'm having trouble. What was this?
We don't need the physical,
Um,
unless those are embarrassing.
physical specimen. Have you guys ever had anything removed?
I had knee surgery.
Oh, did you get to see the pictures or any of it? Like, or anything?
No.
Did they dig anything out of there, like scar tissue or anything? Or all right.
But that was my first time having, only time I've had morphine. And one of the side effects is just kind of uncontrolled, unbeknownst, like vomiting.
Yeah, you can.
So
get
I was talking to my sister,
Yikes.
watching like Family Ties. She's sitting next to me, and I just like, bleh.
Oh boy.
And then the nurse came in, like cleaned me up, and gave me like this little cup thing to catch the vomit.
How old were you?
I was
Family
in
Ties, so-
I was in high school.
Okay.
I was a junior.
Why'd you need knee surgery?
Basketball.
Just like an injury?
Yep.
Oof. Like a
Awful.
ACL
awful.
thing or what? Or is
torn
that a different part of
ligament
your
and
body?
cartilage.
Okay.
In fluid. Yeah.
That sucks.
That was
Yeah.
bad.
Morphine vomit is no fun.
I've never been on morphine. The only time I've had like a heavy anesthetic or any, I guess morphine's not an anesthetic, but it was when I had my wisdom teeth out.
Yeah.
I did have a cyst removed from my back once. It's like
What is hitting
a
me?
sebaceous cyst, which is like basically like a clogged.
Did it have an eye?
It
like
did.
Resident
That's yeah. I'm getting to that. It's like a clogged sweat duct or whatever, and it just like some of the thing like it got bigger over the course of my life, and they removed it and they showed it to me. I was like, cool. Like, you ever pick your nose and like you get a pretty good one and you're like, that's out of me now, and that's kind of satisfying. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The system's kind of like
Jeff's
that.
giving you this look.
Or you blow your nose really good.
I'll tell you one thing.
Okay, hold on. When you guys blow your noses, side note, do you look?
Absolutely. That's one of the best indications for your
No.
health. If it's clear,
Don't do
then
that.
you're healthy. And if it's like bright, vibrant green, like you're going to be getting sick.
I mean, we already knew that Tim was checking, his stool.
Well,
so, I mean,
that's another
it stands to
indication.
reason.
That's like a age-old indication of your health. And if you're not doing it, you're just like, it's like skipping doctor's appointments.
So you look in the toilet too?
I'm man enough to tell you I do.
Do you? Is it a look between the legs,
It's
or is it a?
No, he just-
no, basically I stand up and I
Full
just kind of
on.
get my face as close to it as possible. Stare the devil in the eye.
Hey, if you're taking
and then
a
I
good-
flush it while my face is still just inches away.
Then you wipe your nose dry because you got a little toilet water
and then
on it.
slowly breathe in.
Well, no. This is a fair point, a fair
Yeah.
question, because if you're looking under your leg or whatever, it's shadowed. You can't really get a good look at your specimen, right?
What,
You get
If there's
down there,
blood
yeah.
or anything, you
Cork,
can't see that.
What were you about to say?
When I was in college, I had like a really bad head cold for a while, and I was in my dorm by myself, and I blew my nose,
Oh God,
and it just
your first son came out.
my first son came out. It was-
This is a great story.
Actually, a Greek god. It's kind of, I don't know this, but it was like, but it was like this thing just kept coming out of my head like I was a magician, and I ended up. This is super gross, but I ended up slapping it onto a piece of paper and measuring it, and it was 12 inches long.
A booger?
A
And it was
booger.
like thick, right? It was like.
It was this big, thicky,
How
ropey.
satisfying was that
It
though?
felt amazing because it was like I could feel it in the back of
Raking
my
from the
throat.
back of your throat. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could
Ah.
record that memory and just play it
The
back.
fact that you slapped it like one of those sticky hands you get
It
out
was
of a vending
that's
machine.
exactly what it was like.
Oh my God.
I just looked into our video booth, and our Wade Wojcik, our video producer, gave me a look like we shouldn't air this. Just shaking his
I
head.
think we're airing a lot of things here.
People tuning in for this Super Replay episode had no idea what they were getting in for.
Yeah, Tack, what's your best booger?
You know what? I don't know. I was too busy like taking my lab set out to check my stool samples, so I don't really pay attention to the
you-
boogers.
Your CNC music laboratory set.
You know, I got to back Tim up, though. I do look all the time. Not every time for number twos, but like every time I blow my nose, it's just like I just have to look.
Yeah.
You should check that stuff out though, because honestly, it's such a good like way to monitor that everything is okay. Like, if you don't look, you could be like crapping out blood, and there's a possibility you.
I think it would hurt, though.
Right, yeah.
No, you might have some stuff inside, like internally though, that you wouldn't feel. Otherwise.
It's the same reason you wouldn't know if you're getting a nosebleed unless you checked.
Yeah.
And I've watched my dog, out in the backyard. She always checks it too.
Yeah.
Also-
all right.
Smells it even.
Also,
Yeah, it
barf
makes
it
it
up.
okay.
Wade, a reason it might not hurt is because internal bleeding is not an easy thing to immediately figure out. That's why people can
True.
die later from
True.
internal bleeding because they didn't know it was
Yeah,
happening.
Wade,
Because you don't have nerve endings
know-
in the inside of your body, blah, blah, blah. Or at least I know you don't have classic pain receptors
Yeah,
inside your body. You have
exactly.
like pressure sensitivity
Right.
and stuff. I
Right.
don't want to get too. I don't know that much about it, but I just know that there's a reason why you can't detect that.
You sound like a scientist. I believe
Well,
it.
I mean, I am a scientist, but
Sometimes looking just isn't enough, though. You gotta reach down, and just get a quick taste in there, just to make sure everything's all right.
Dan
Tack.
Dan Tactile,
Tactile.
get a good.
Well, you gotta
taste.
make sure, man. You gotta make sure.
Hey Dan, I mean, sure. I mean, if
I have been drinking
were.
a lot of grape soda.
Well, then you know why it's green. Then you shouldn't be concerned.
is that a real thing?
Yeah, it is a real thing.
I'm gonna drink a lot of grape soda. We'll see what happens.
Didn't people make up a lot of rumors about chemicals in soda and like food coloring and stuff?
I'm pretty sure that's an accurate one, though. The grape soda.
Monsanto.
I think it actually has to be like purple soda though for it to do it. So it can't be like a white grape soda or anything like that.
What? That doesn't
White grape
exist.
fancy pants.
It definitely
White,
exists. I drink
sparkling
it all the
white-
time.
Sparkling white grape soda.
Yeah,
I drink that.
with one pinky extended.
I do drink that with one pinky extended.
Nice.
A plastic flute.
After a handful of poop.
It's the
Right.
best 2
I mean, it's not a
ounces of
handful,
beverage.
Reiner. You just take a little taste, all right? You just got to make sure.
Jeez.
Well, it's
Nibble,
wash,
nibble, nibble.
wash it down.
Yeah, just a quick nibble to make sure everything's all right.
With catapult's not a good call in that
Yeah,
instance.
no.
I feel like
I really don't like this level.
I feel like you're
actually.
making good progress though.
I am. I'm tearing this game up.
Butts release steps.
Like we started out pretty slow, I think, with those first few levels, but we were just really just gunning it here.
Well, you just have to kill one dude at
Well, they're invisible, so there was like a mechanic I had to go do. Wow, a
also
church
mou-
mouse.
Not to mention all those tables and books and a throne.
Yeah.
Did you say, as you were saying church mouse, did you, as you were saying it, realize that it has another meaning?
I did not.
What is the meaning?
A church mouse? Like quiet as a church mouse.
Oh,
So anyway, there we are.
We're here.
Which I guess it's quiet because mice are already quiet.
seems like a church mouse could be pretty noisy.
But if
Because there's a lot of people and coughing and singing.
if it
And
respected the Lord,
Library
of
mouse.
course it's Mouse Lord, not
Right.
a human Christian god, but a mouse god. Fievel.
Okay.
Fievel.
All right.
The big M.
Fievel goes to church.
Goes north to heaven.
One of the lesser known movies.
That's right. All Fievels go to heaven, I think is.
Oh, look at this. A twofer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty slick.
What do we get?
Oh, another model of town.
Great. I was thought we were done with that level, but it looks like we get to go on another
You're
one.
going to go
Level
like down another tier?
When do you fight Beetlejuice?
Yeah. Where is he?
Yeah.
I think he should be in here.
Attach the microphone peripheral, say his name 3 times, and let's get some Michael Keaton boss fight action going here.
Sounds good.
Were there any Beetlejuice games?
There had to
Yeah,
have been.
there was.
I want to say there
There
was
was.
one on the
NES.
animated series.
Are we talking?
too.
Are we talking about like? Yeah. I was gonna say it would have been the cartoon, if anything.
Like
think.
I can imagine like a Game Boy game based on that.
Yeah.
I think there was one on the movie too.
Man, that movie had some good music. That's just a good movie.
That's a great movie.
Is that Michael Keaton's best role?
No,
like-
what about Batman?
I mean, what about Batman?
What about Mr. Mom?
It's true. Multiplicity.
Multiplicity.
Birdman. I mean, I think there could be
Holy-
arguments made for Birdman.
Jack Frost, definitely his best role.
Yeah.
Tim Turi.
What's up?
Beetlejuice was on NES.
Was it
Published by LJN. Developed by Rare.
really?
Oh, good old Rare.
We need to
What?
look into
Yeah,
this.
we probably should. I wonder if we even have it. I bet we would have seen it if we were looking for it. But the bees are pretty high up there in the vault. So,
And then Jeff Cork, you're right too. There was one on the animated series on Game Boy.
nice. I feel like I remember seeing that cartridge somewhere.
Horrific hijinks from the Netherworld is what it says on the box.
You
I think
literally
I think
just-
I actually remember playing that game.
you actually play as a tally man, and all you do is tally people bananas. That is actually, it's just a
As they
spin-off.
walk through the door.
Yeah. And also, if you're watching this and haven't watched Beetlejuice, I'm not going to try to overhype it, but just go watch it. It'd be
Do that
fun.
before you take Dan Tack's advice of eating your own feces.
That might be a better thing to do with your time.
Prioritize.
Yeah, don't
things.
ever do that actually.
You got Mystic Armor?
Unless.
Nice. What does that do?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Maybe 5 armor?
Oh, that's a lot of
6?
pips.
Oh my gosh, that's even more.
And it gives you a better damage window.
Oh, look
Very
at your
nice.
health.
Look at your armor.
I've got pips.
Wow.
Yeah, we got
It's
some
red
serious
and
stuff
it's
going on here.
gold.
My gosh, it's maroon and
Got a
gold.
little your walking animations changed a little bit.
No,
You're more,
nothing is actually
more
changed.
confidence in that stride.
Oh, that's right.
Got a cool headband to accompany.
This reminds me of Landstalker a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
why.
I can definitely see
Yeah.
a little bit.
Just a little overhead, like spiky haired dude. I want to play Landstalker on a replay sometime. I have fond memories of that game. That was like the closest you could get to Zelda on Genesis.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah,
It was a really good game.
solid
actually.
for its time.
It was a really solid game. I don't know if it's aged well.
I would-
a lot like this.
I remember there was some tricky isometric view platforming.
Yes, yeah, that was probably the toughest part about it. What was the one really difficult game we played on replay that was like, it was like also
Shadowgate?
it was like that. It was like that where you're like a wizard.
Oh,
guy.
the Immortal.
The Immortal,
yeah.
that's it. Man,
That game's hard as hell.
that game was like weirdly like Dark Soulsy.
Yeah. We had a good time on that one.
Yeah, I
It
remember
was
that.
tough though. That was a I
Stress
think that was a challenge, a stress test. Yeah, stress test.
Just to get past like the first area.
yeah, and you knocked it out of the park.
It was fun. Man, I think a real stress test or like a real weird super replay would be like one of those early From Software games, especially with someone like Tack playing.
Yeah, like a Shadow Tower or what?
A real methodical player.
Yeah, like
who
Shadow
is-
Tower,
Kingsfield.
Kingsfield, yeah.
The problem is that we'd have to create some other layer to it because those games are slow as hell.
They are slow and they are long.
Yeah, are they pretty long?
Yeah.
I mean, like Dark Souls length, like 20 plus hours.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
If
You're
I-
just getting pegged by a
there's
catapult, man.
catapults
That
there.
was just reckless.
I want to see Dan Tack play a Dark Souls game.
Yeah?
Just seeing how you
I've seen it.
Run headlong into anything.
He does.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Is that how you
rolls.
play it?
He rolls fat or heavy.
Do you take like big risks while playing Dark Souls?
Absolutely.
Really?
Isn't that like against the credo of the game?
It is, and people
Guess they're moving it ahead.
they call out Tack for the way he plays.
He's just
they
a
do.
big baller and a shot caller.
Standing on a catapult.
They
That's it.
They're taking shields out in Bloodborne, so people are gonna have to play like me. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
be
sweet.
a little more aggressive. I do like
Yeah.
that idea. I like the idea of a blocking focused
What are you-
fighting game
what are you doing?
or action game.
I was waiting for that to come.
Oh.
up, but-
Oh, is that your magic spell?
yeah.
Like Bayonetta, like heavy focus on like parrying and then digging into counterattacks and stuff. Obviously, Bloodborne's gonna be a little more challenging.
Yeah.
Wonder what's in there.
It's a cool
I don't
sound
know,
effect.
but probably something really sweet.
Chest of drawers. What a dumb thing to name something.
Wow.
Tim has it out for that.
Yeah.
chest of
Taking a
drawers,
stand.
man.
Kind of a shock comic.
Yeah. He really hates that chest of drawers, man.
Don't get me started on cupboards.
Cupboards.
They're drawers, all right?
Cupboards.
Cupboards. Or your Davenport? Who needs those? Your grandpa? I don't think so. I got a couch. Maybe a sofa.
This is a good voice. I love it.
Hey,
Kind of switched right there, though.
I don't know.
Didn't I?
Get me a
Yeah.
biscotti.
There you go.
I don't know what happened to this.
I don't know where we're going right
I don't
now.
know what this is.
Look at that water.
It's gosh.
I say they have their water artists really went out of it.
They really
his
did.
or her way, and just made up like a variety of water patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is like model water. Then.
they're all pretty
Right.
unsettling.
What I was trying to think of
Yes.
was a memory from waiting tables, and there was an old, the thing that
tables?
only old people would call blue cheese. It was like called by another name.
Hey, get
Stilton.
that chest
Blue cheese dressing.
right there.
Would they
I
call
see
it?
it.
Good eye.
Oh.
They would call blue cheese dressing, which everyone knows what blue cheese dressing is.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna look into this.
What
are we
blue
looking
cheese?
into?
There's an alternate name.
Tim says there's another blue cheese. Is
There's
that what we're
that
getting to?
only people like 70 plus would call blue cheese.
Okay.
Cheese cream?
And for months, I
Cheese
would have to say,
cream?
no, we don't have that. And they would be bewildered that we did not have this thing.
I'm really curious as to what this is now. I'm going to start ordering blue cheese by this name,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
I have while you're looking that up, I have another weird old person thing. Is
Do it.
Cream rinse.
Cream rinse?
Cream
I've never
rinse.
heard those words together
Or
like that.
instead of conditioner.
Wait,
For your hair.
For your hair? Cream rinse?
Cream
Cream
rinse.
rinse.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. You don't.
That's because
say
you're
that.
not an 80-year-old person.
All right, I found it.
All
What
right.
is it?
I'm so
All right,
curious.
we should guess. Jeff Cork
Starts with an
How are
R.
we going to guess
R.
this?
Roquefort?
It is.
All right, then. The game is over.
Oh, which is also the last level of Soul Blazer.
Yes.
Rockfort.
We have to storm the Roquefort.
Because Rockfort
Yeah.
Island is the island from Code Veronica, actually.
Did you just kick him out of the restaurant?
but-
I would have.
Roquefort it's a sheep milk blue cheese.
A sheep milk.
Yeah, it's blue cheese made from sheep milk from the south of France. So Roquefort
And they want it where? At Timberline?
Outback Steakhouse.
I don't get this at all.
It's
Get
just-
out of my restaurant!
Yeah, that's what I'd say. And they'd be so bewildered.
Did you have a bottle of that nailed to your wall too?
Yeah, exactly. And then I would go back into the back of the house and I would take a loaf of that free bread and dip it in blue cheese dressing and be like, what's this Roquefort stuff they're talking about? Come on,
Well, that's. I've learned something today.
get real.
Disgusting.
Roquefort and cream rinses. Well, we didn't have Roquefort available, but we would offer them a cream rinse dressing for
Yeah.
their salad.
Just pour it on there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come on, would you like a
Cool
conditioner?
off, little jerk.
Get you
Cream
your
rinse,
Arnold
some
Arnold
Roquefort.
Palmer, sir. Actually, I fell in love with Arnold Palmer's when I was working there.
Almond Powder's a good drink.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really knock that.
Have you guys all had Arnold Palmer's?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have.
they're great.
Specifically with unsweetened iced tea, because the lemonade gets it up there already. Because the idea, if people don't know what Arnold Palmer is, if people don't know what an Arnold Palmer is, so he was a golfer that liked iced tea, and he liked to add lemon and sugar to his iced tea. And so he figured, what easier way to add lemon and sugar than just add lemonade to your unsweetened iced tea?
Like a champ.
Like a champ. Saves time. It's delicious. Yeah, and I was addicted to those things. Holy
Clubhouse will give it to you.
Yeah,
but it's cool when you get it because it's like
you see the layers.
they're layered, like
Yeah.
they're different consistencies. So I don't remember which one's on top, but the lemonade and iced tea are
Yeah.
2 layers, and you can see.
They're separated.
Then
Yeah.
you got to mix it together.
Oh my gosh, they're so good. No, they make like spiked Arnold Palmers and stuff, which I'm not as into. Because some places also just over sugar it. Like, oh, it's sweetened iced tea plus lemonade, which is just way too much sugar.
That mouse said he was a devout mouse.
He did say that.
Did he really?
Yeah.
So
He is the
that
most
thing they're
devout
talking
mouse.
about, like a good God-fearing mouse.
Yeah.
is-
He said, I'm a devout mouse. Stand here and your mind and body will be purified.
Really?
Yep, that's the thing that happened.
I'm happy we didn't glaze over that.
He's like, hey, I'm also talking to you, little mouse.
Devout
It's
Mouse
pretty
is
cool.
my favorite prog
Speak
rock band.
English.
Wait, how are we doing on time?
Pretty good. We got about 10 minutes to go.
Nice.
Wait,
Devout
Wojcik.
Mouse. That sounds like a good like gamer tag.
Look at this little idiot.
This chest of drawers here.
Wow. So that chest of drawers is exercising.
Is
Yeah.
something going to fall out of him, though?
I don't know what's going on there.
Wait, so you're back in the lab.
This
All
is a
Reiner's
different
got something
stage.
on his mind.
I was just thinking. I mean, Arnold Palmer,
Yes.
badass beverage man.
Yes.
How do we make our own? We should make our own drink.
Yeah,
Like
we should.
The Butts beverage, or
Well, I think we could do better on the name, but yeah,
it's just a replay tradition. I was just
Yeah.
trying to stick with
that's
it.
true.
Butts
That's
up,
What's
like
up?
7-Up.
Oh yeah. How about we start with 7-Up? What do we put in it?
Skittles.
The motto.
Clamato.
Just immediately nuke the whole thing.
wow.
Maybe you could use Surge. Surge is
Do they
back.
make that?
Surge
Yeah,
is back.
yeah. Amazon. You can
It
buy
is
like
back.
in batches.
You buy it by the case.
What a practical thing to ship all across the country.
Yeah, right.
I
Cases
totally,
of
I totally
soda.
get some, but they don't have any. They don't have the diet surge back. I don't think, just regular.
Diet Surge?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Diet soda is way better.
Surge Light. Surge Protector.
But it has that artificial sweetener that gives you cancer.
Yeah, it does.
It gives you cancer if you ate like a cargo container full of that stuff.
No, how much? I
I think some people over
yeah.
time probably consume about that.
several cargo containers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, of the actual sweetener itself, not the volume of the liquid.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's tough because people that have been consuming large quantities of this
Right.
have,
They
have
still.
only been doing it for so long.
Right. There hasn't really been enough. you
Yeah.
know, there's not enough information available.
It's like cell phone like signals and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna find that out in like 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time.
Like there's probably something bad going on.
Yeah,
there-
there's
there could
probably
be.
something really bad.
Or
going
at
on.
least if there is, we just aren't going to know about it for a little while. Yeah.
I know they've proven like lower sperm counts for people
I
that
did-
have them in their pockets.
I did hear about that.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah, look into it.
Yeah, I think it's a real thing.
I actually,
Sorry, Wade.
in an effort not to be constantly attached to my phone, I like leave it at my desk and I try to leave it in another room at my house and just trying to not be constantly attached to it. But I think it's like a little extra bonus to that is maybe not minimizing that if that is the case. I don't know. I don't want to sound too like conspiracy theorist or anything, but
No, I mean
Just
it's
a
all
little.
it's science
Yeah,
and
yeah.
health and it's real things, right?
it's new technology. It's like red hot technology.
Technology is scary.
Yeah. Think about the progress of man. This is some new stuff here. Google Glass takes it even a step further. Let's just hardwire this
Google
into
Glass,
your
man.
brain.
That thing is dead on arrival. Nobody cares about that anymore.
We were not ready for that thing.
Nobody
Kind of like Google
wants that.
Plus.
I think people are interested in the idea, just not looking dorky
Yeah.
wearing it like
Yeah,
that. Right?
if you already have a prescription, maybe those are the folks that could get away with that. I was curious about it, but
It was a super cool way to get beat up at a bar. For
It
doing
is.
that.
Yeah.
It's
It-
I mean, if you're gonna get beat up at a bar, do it like that.
at the same time of me being hesitant about, all the cell phone stuff, all these crazy cell phone things.
All this crazy.
Like, I'm excited by the idea of becoming a cyborg and going all in on that, but I wonder if, like, cyborgs would start, like, getting looked down upon. Can you imagine that? Like, that might be within our lifetime.
Just don't get the
it might be.
robotic monotone cyborg voice. And you'll be
Maybe
fine.
not, yeah. But what if you didn't have a choice? Maybe it's like you don't get to talk, or you can get the crazy cool robot voice.
Whose voice would you get?
Bleep blurp.
I'd go James Earl Jones.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe I would talk like a rare character, or like,
Well, you kind of do that already.
Like
you
Slippy
could do
the
that by
frog?
choice.
yeah, maybe not the Slippy Toad.
I
did
don't
you
think
say?
anyone's gonna pick Slippy.
No, maybe
Right.
not. Yeah, I don't know know who I would choose.
He's a frog. He's not a toad, is he?
Slippy Toad? It might be Slippy Toad.
Wait,
Is he a toad or
but
is
he
a
is.
frog?
He looks like a frog, but he's Slippy Toad, right?
How could you possibly get those two animals mixed up?
Well, does he
They're the same
prefer
thing.
water?
Is it toads that don't like water? Frogs
take-
do?
Frogs
take-
like water.
Yeah, but toads take dips too, right?
They take dips, right?
Like chewing tobacco
yeah, exactly. They've gone herbal, it's
under
better
their
for
tongue.
you.
They need a lot of it, actually.
Yeah. Do not give up.
I am not giving up.
Don't do it.
We are continuing. And it looks like we're getting pretty far. I think that was the third checkpoint.
I don't know how
Rita's
you're
lab.
keeping track of this, because this all looks the same to me.
But this is not the last level.
No.
I gotta
But
say, Dan Tack, pretty good at keeping up with the conversation and playing the game at the same time.
Well done.
And these conversations have been crazy.
They've been a lot of fun.
We're all over the place.
You know?
More podcasty than Super Replay, but
Super educational.
I like
you
it.
learn about
Yeah.
Hey,
Surge.
speaking of educational,
Yeah.
what do you think is one thing, like, where did Dr. Robotnik go wrong? Like, what is one thing that he could have done that for sure would have killed Sonic?
Maybe not focus on putting animals inside of robots.
That's a good
Okay,
idea.
and just making
Yeah.
robots?
Yeah. Making maybe spiky or pendulum ball.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I
Boss.
saved. I didn't know there was a boss here.
maybe just hire a sniper
Okay.
or make a sniper gun or a sniper squirrel.
That's a smart
Hey,
call.
speaking of squirrels, Squirrelgate 2014,
Squirrelgate.
Kim Wallace, who we didn't know if there was really a squirrel. Jeff Cork,
Yes.
tell me about your experience outside.
So just fill me in, though. What did she, what's her position?
There's a squirrel that there's a group of squirrels, like a gang of squirrels. One lives in a trash can right outside our front door. And then some others in trees that throw sticks at her.
But she actually says that squirrels.
One of them threw a stick at her. One
I-
definitely did. But
So
they are aggressive.
There's not a world we live in where a stick could have fallen out of the tree and while she was walking on
I think it was the trash can squirrel that
Okay.
whipped something at her.
Why would a squirrel throw? They don't even have the capacity.
Apparently it hates her. Apparently it really doesn't like her.
The trash can squirrel is apparently a real thing. Cork has confirmed.
I did see trash can squirrel though.
But that's not an oddity. Like, we have a lot of those around here.
The oddity is it being aggressive. What did it do with you, Jeff? Did you...
It was eating a French fry. It was a crinkle cut, fat French fry, just for the record.
Did it try to make contact?
It looked at me, and then as I walked past it, it kind of panned its head and continued eye contact, and that's where the aggressive behavior began and
But
ended.
it was eating a French fry.
Yeah.
If I had a French fry in my mouth, I wouldn't even say hello to you.
No.
I'd be consumed with
Well, you'd be
the joy of eating
at the
that.
height of your life.
Clearly, there
in that
weren't
moment.
any sticks around for him to pick them up and whip it at me, as squirrels are wont to do.
You know what?
I don't believe that for a second, by the way.
I got a question for you.
You don't believe Kim's story?
I don't believe that for a second. Squirrels don't have the ability to pick
We need
anything
to
up and
we need to
throw
bring
it.
her in for the next episode, and we can
Have you
hash
seen
it
a
out.
squirrel? Have you seen their tiny little arms?
I just want to hear her reaction.
Do you
'cause
know what you call a group of squirrels?
squirrels?
I don't know.
Anybody?
Is this from some Australia thing?
Australia.
I think he's actually giving us the real definition.
What is it?
Not
well,
a joke, right? This is the real thing.
It's a dray or a scurry. A scurry of squirrels. How perfect is that?
A what?
A scurry
scurry.
of squirrels.
Scurry of
Or a
squirrels.
dray.
Oh.
D-R-A-Y.
Squirrels.
One of those
scurry.
is better.
Forgot about dray.
A scurry of squirrels. That's something.
By the way,
Everybody
you just
forgot
rocked
about
that
dray.
boss.
Yeah,
and
we
it's
did-
like a gang of squirrels that...
I don't even know there was a boss there, but we just killed it. So there,
Well done.
we're done with that.
Did you get her any red hot stuff?
We do have one red hot item. They're not
But
linked to bosses.
Not from that boss, no. So you know where to go next?
Yeah, we're gonna go talk to Marie the doll.
I think we're going to save and call it an episode, right?
that's a good idea. We'll do that.
All right.
We have to talk to a doll next time?
We have to talk to
Here
the
we
doll,
go.
and then we go to the.
Oh, I didn't give away my game. I should give away a
yeah.
game. What's the topic people should talk about in the comment section?
Is it possible for a squirrel to pick something up and throw it?
Yeah,
Any
we want
velocity?
to know your story about squirrels.
Yeah.
So leave a comment. The whole thing is I'm giving away a game from my personal collection to one of you in the comment section, and I'll read your comments and I will pick randomly and
Yeah, tell us your scurry stories.
and
it
send
is.
you a message on GameInformer.com, and you'll see it up on the top bar. It'll say Conversation 1, and click it, and you'll just have to give me your address, and we're good to go. So thanks for watching our Super Replay, and we'll see you in the next episode.